School. I am Dharmendra sir, your science teacher. We are learning chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Now, last time we have discussed about cell, right? So, the story begins with Robert Hooke, who first observed the slice of a cork and he found out the boxes. Each box he called it as a room and he finally named it as a cell. Then we have learned about an onion peel, that how does an onion peel when you observe it on a microscope, right? You can see such structures on it, similar structures. Now, what are these structures? They are talking about what are these structures what you have seen in an onion cell. You see, each structure looks same. Let's say now I take a big onion instead of a small onion. Do I see a very big structure in it? The first thought says yes, but actually not so. If you try to see the structures from a very big onion or a small onion, the structures are still same, right? It doesn't matter whether onion is of whatever size. So these structures are nothing but these structures are called cells. Okay, so we are talking about onion bulb. So this structure what we have seen in a microscope are the cells of an onion. These small boxes what you can see, and on the inside there is a dot which we call it as a nucleus, see. So this structure, as you can see, this structure is a box and the dot is a nucleus. Okay, we will slowly study so you will understand what I mean to say. Now this is about onion. Now how does the journey happen? As what you told, cell was first discovered. If you look at the box here, the cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665 with his primitive microscope. Primitive microscope means the microscope we use right now is an advanced one. He used a very primitive microscope. Even I have showed you the picture. After then, Leeuwenhoek came. Leeuwenhoek in 1674, after a couple of years, he has an improved microscope and he discovered some living cells in a pond water for the first time. Then come Robert Brown, right? No one has so far discovered that nucleus, the small dot. You must be wondering, sir, it is so easily you can see. Yes, you can see right now because of our microscope, the advanced microscope. What about that at that time? So Robert Brown came, who discovered the nucleus in 1831. He discovered the nucleus in 1831. Okay. And then in 18 Purkinje in 1839 has given a term protoplasm from the fluid substance of the cell, and finally he made the cell theory. Now that was the biggest change ever happened in the Purkinje. So after the cell theory of plants and animal, a big revolution came in terms of biology. So why I am telling you all these things? Because these scientists have contributed a lot. We should know all the names of all these scientists, right? The cell theory, and then the basic unit of life was presented. The cell was basically presented by Sheldon and Shawn, the two brothers. The cell theory was further expanded by Vicrow, right? And finally, with the help of an electron microscope, we get various structures and various organelles. Now you must be wondering, sir, cell is so small. Still, cell also have a cell organelles. Still, cell also have cell organelles. The way we have body, our body is a whole unit. Our body has so many organs. heart, lungs, stomach, kidney, this, that, right? Similarly, a cell is one unit. Inside also there it has organelles. You must be surprised that cell is so small. It also have some organelles. Yes, yes. Even, right? So we were talking about a cell. So cell, as what I said, this people has contributed one by one. Guys, this is not a research of 1 year. What we are studying right now, it is not a research of 1 year, it is a research of hundreds of years. See, the story begins in 1665, right? 1940. Think about how many years people have contributed. We just have to open a book and study. Okay, now the invention of magnifying glass lenses. Now the lens is invented. So once the lens is invented, they have studied amoeba. Amoeba is organisms. Now there are organisms which are made up of only single cell. Wow. Amoeba is an organism made up of only one cell, single unicellular organism, what we call unicellular. What do you mean by uni? Uni means one. Cellular means one cell. So unicellular organisms, single cell. Are you getting? So amoeba is made up of only one cell. There are many other also. Let me show you. Right? If you see here, Chlamydomonas, Paramecium, and bacteria. There are certain bacteria, Paramecium, and this made up of unicellular organisms. Okay, and I already explained you what is unicellular, single cell. But what about our body? The animals which you see around, the plants which you see, those are all multicellular organisms. Now, what happens is in amoeba or in Paramecium, only one cell will perform all functions. Like they only do every sort of work. But in multicellular organism, all organisms have different work, or organs have different work. For example, our heart pumps the blood, our lungs breathe, stomach digests the food, or everything has a different function. But in amoeba that will not happen. It is not a complex system. It has only one cell. The one cell doesn't fight, so that one cell only have to perform everything. Okay, so there are two type of organisms you see based on the cell. If it is made up of only one cell, it is called unicellular. Yes, and if it is made up of many cells, it's called multicellular. Exactly. Right? Now, multicellular organisms come from a single cell only. Actually, what happens is, how do we get prepared? Right? That ovum and sperm, these are actually cells only. See, there are certain cells I wanted to show you. Blood, smooth muscle cell. Even we have blood cell. Blood cells also of many types. WBC, white blood cell. RBC, red blood cell. Remember all these things? You must have heard also. Nerve cell, nerves, even nerves. Even nerve cells, ovum. Ovum is a cell, right? Sperm, bone cell, fat cell, all these are cells. Okay. Now, do you know how does our body get prepared? When an ovum and a sperm get connected, they merge into each other, and so these are two single cells. So remember, one after another month, our cell keep on dividing, and one after another, our organs get developed. Wow. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So even a multicellular organism, every multicellular organisms come from a single cell only. They have a capacity to divide. So that's what they say. See, understand. Wow, this is very interesting. Cell divide to produce new cells of the same kind. Okay. So all cells thus come from the pre-existing cells only. I'm taking you little slowly here, again I'm telling you, because this is quite basic and understand very properly. So what we learn, we said every cell look, if you say about an onion, whether a size doesn't matter, the all cells of the onion look same. The small dot inside is a nucleus and these boxes are the cells. Now we was wondering about how does a cell theory comes from one to another to another. All scientists name you have to remember. Once the magnifying lenses inventions came, we got to know many things. Then we say cell. There are single cellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium and all, and there are multicellular organisms like us. In single cells, the body performs all functions on its own. Only one cell is performing all things. For example, making food, uh, removing the waste and everything, right? But in a multicellular organism, every organs performs some different functions. So each organ is abided to do one particular function, and that will do one particular function throughout the life. So multicellular organism is little complex. Single cellular organism is little easy to understand. Then I showed you there are different types of cells available: bone cells, sperm, ovum, nerve, blood, smooth, right, and all. So we'll see little more detail on it tomorrow. Again, I'm telling you, watch these two videos again 2 to 3 times. Then I'm going to, once we get the study of a plant cell and an animal cell. See, we are going to study mainly about a plant cell and an animal cell in this chapter. What organelles they have, what are the function of each organelle. Means we are talking about only one cell, plant cell. And in plant cell, how many organelles does it have and what each organelle functions. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We'll see this tomorrow. Okay. Till then, bye. Thank you. Take care.